Hello YouTube, Dendalus84 here, and I'm here to talk about something, I'm talking about trades. People who trade binders and whatnot. At my locals, I've actually had quite a bit of great luck with trades, thankfully, and, I don't know people's names or if they have YouTubes. I should actually probably start asking that. That should be kind of interesting. But, let's see. I went in with my binder, and it was just a bunch of random ultimate rares of rare cards and super rare cards and stuff like that. And I went in basically thinking to myself, kind of no self-esteem about my trade binder, going wow, it's garbage and no one's gonna want anything. And surprisingly enough, I got my whole Katakuri deck. But I had one of each of the cards except for the Shogun. But I had one of each of the rares, and I had one ninja. And I went in one day, and I had the rest of the monsters, and I had 2 Burai, and I only needed 1 more. And the next week I went, I got the 3 Black Salvos and the Burai, so I had my deck complete within 2 weeks. So, that's awesome. Sometimes, it's basically one man's trash is definitely another man's treasure. And I always said that when I was one of the people, but I've never believed in my own. I've never believed my trash is somebody else's treasure. But I get proven wrong quite a bit. Everyone wants a lot of my cards, and I normally try and keep it fair. I also throw in good rares. I throw in not throw-ins, but I always have good rares. And I have Treeborn Frogs and a couple other rares people look for. So I guess I'll give that. I don't have a monster binder, but I'm probably gonna invest a little bit in buying a big binder. It's an ultra full binder. It's probably maybe $8 cheaper than a monster binder, but still, it does the exact same thing, and it looks the exact same thing on the inside. And I actually prefer it because it's leather bound, and it's got a hard, cardboard cover on the back and front. And if anything, I can just wear that down so it kind of bends easier. But I really don't care for the monster ones, just because I don't know, something about them. I bet they're really great. Don't hate or anything like that, because it's just my own preference. I've seen the monster binders, I've held them, and just something about it. I think just the fact that they're too loose, I don't care for. So, but I'm talking about not everyone you talk to or trade with is gonna be nice, and that's kind of a problem. I don't understand why some people feel like they have everything, and that makes them godly to people. I saw one person who had a whole page of polyduality, and it's well, what do you want for one? It's well, there's nothing worth in your binder worth one. I'm it's not true. It's technically, if you combine the price of 2 pages, I have more than enough for one of the polydualities. But it's just you don't have to be fucking a little dick about it. Just say I don't see anything, and just say thanks but no thanks. I've done that all the time. Little kids will come up and they'll have commons and only have rares to show, and and I'll even try. I'll be well, they'll ask for a super rare or something like that. Not something great, but a super rare I don't mind trading away to and I'll try and make something work out. I always try to. I try and make the trades always worthwhile. I always try to make both people happy. I've never once been well, this card's not worth garbage, or yeah, that's basically no likeums. I was never a dickhead. I've never just get this binder out of my sight. It's not worth me mentioning. Not even worth my eyes looking at it. There's no reason to be fucking pricks about this. You don't see anything you like, just say no thanks, or if you get anything else, come to me and we'll think about it. That's all I gotta say. You don't have to be jerks about it. But I've been looking on YouTube, and I've been across quite a bit of people who are doing trades. I'm starting to get into that now. I traded with OG King 13. It took him a little while to send his cards out to me, and eventually I did get him, and I respect that because he was actually the first person I ever traded with. And I'm in the works now with 1 or 2 other people. So I don't really think I'll be getting scammed, and I hope I don't. But if it happens, it happens. I'll be mad, but the best you can do is you can just get the information and just tell people not to ever trade with these people. But getting back to my story, I was looking at a couple of people. I'm not gonna mention any YouTube names, but I was looking at a couple of people's online binders, and this one kind of inspired me to make this video. Uh, as he was going through his binder, he was basically pointing out like more than half. Like I only stayed for like the first because it was like I can't remember how long video, but I stayed for like the first 3 minutes. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was interested in quite a bit of cards. Like I don't have any Blackwing synchros except for one Armor Wing, and I really want Armor Master. Not to really make a Blackwing deck. I can. I'm only really missing the synchros and cards for the Black Feather, but I really don't even care for cards for the Black Feather that much. But I'm also missing one Vayu because I have one from the tin, and I really don't care what rarity it is as long as I have Vayu of the effect. But I'm missing the synchro, so I was like interested because he had like a couple Arm Masters and another Arm Ring. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind trading for it. But as he's talking about his binder, he's pointing out cards like, oh, I need this, and I'm getting this. Like he points at a certain card. He goes, I need 3 more of these. And I'm like, well, why are you trading one if you need one? That blew my mind, and he kept doing it to like all these other cards. He goes, I even looked at his wants. He goes, I want this card. It's in his wants, and it's in his freaking binder. Why do you want it if you're trading it? I don't understand. I mean, unless somehow I'm really missing something, and if you people want to comment like what it could possibly be that he's doing that for, like by all means, please elaborate, explain, make me see the light. It's like if I put my trade binder, like if I had a secret rare 000 Jinzo in my binder, which I do have, and I said, yeah, I'm looking for a 00 secret rare Jinzo. Oh, it's in my binder already. Duh, let me take it out, because I don't need to have it then. I have one. Man, it just blew my freaking mind. Why, if you need it, you have it in your trade binder? I never understood that. I mean, me being a collector, and I'm not as major a collector as I used to be. Like, I would go to the previews, and I would drop like $200, and I would have the complete set. And I mean, if you've seen from my other binders, I have up to Tactical Evolution. Yes. Wait, is it Tactical Evolution or yes, Tactical Evolution. I have complete sets. So, I even have a complete set of Torment Pack 3. I have the Needle Worm, the Mechanical Chaser, all the commons, and all the rares. I have like Torment Pack 5, Luminous Soldier. I mean, I know he's not good, but I mean, it's always hard to get the Ultra Rares from the Torment Pack sets. So, that's just random stuff. But if I wouldn't trade anything if I only have one of it, and that was like a long time thing I did. I never traded if I only had one. Recently, I've been doing it just because like I don't think I'm going to be collecting sets anymore. I'm not going to be ever trading just for decks though. Like I'm never going to trade my old sets away. Like believe me, for a while I was considering selling my Torment Pack set just so I have more money because that's the biggest problem. I'm running low on cash. So, but I mean, it's still up in the air if I want to sell it. Like it would actually be pretty pricey though. I mean that Needleworm alone is pretty pricey. And so are the super rares in it, and the commons are basically the cheapest ones. But like, if people are interested, I actually am kind of taking offers. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it's a thought in my head that keeps building and building. But you wouldn't ever see, for now, me putting like my ultra rare Needleworm in my trade binder unless I had 2 of them. So, but getting back to the point, like at my locals, I've seen people who have cards in their trade binders, and they normally say take the cards out. I don't like doing that. I feel it's disrespectful because like if I damage their card or something like that, and I don't like them doing it to me. I'll tell them like they'll start doing it. I said no, just keep your finger on the page and just keep turning. I said I don't want you to take it out because if you damage it, all you have to do is just say, well, you don't want it then, because you can't really force somebody to trade. You can't be like, well, he damaged my card, so I'm going to take the best card he has. And I mean, I am built for fighting, but I'm not going to beat the crap out of someone over some cards. I'm sorry. That's very immature and childish. But one problem I see with people is they'll trade or cards they want, they'll put like on the front of the binder. That's the first thing you're going to see. Whenever I trade something, if I get something new, I always put it at the back of my binder. I have one of the small, old, 4-page Yu-Gi-Oh binders. I can't remember how many sleeves. It holds 4 on each page, but like 8 because it has 2 pages. But every time I get something new that I want to keep, it goes to the back of the book. That way, that's the last thing you say, and all I gotta say is, all right, the back of the book. Everything's in the trade except for the back of the book. this guy had a Dark Magician page. It had like two Dark Magicians, the Dark Magician girl from the Yu-Gi-Oh pack, from Yugi's pack, and a couple other cards, like just like 1 or 2 synchros and stuff like that. So my sister likes spellcasters, so I built her a spellcaster deck that needs a lot of work, and she also has an Amazon deck that's actually pretty good. But I showed her the Dark Magician girl, and she was like, "Oh, I like that." So I was like, "All right, what do you want for the Dark Magician girl?" And he was kind of a prick. He was one of those people like, "Oh, I don't see anything worth your binder for anything." I'm like, "Shut up." So I said, "What do you want for the Dark Magician girl?" And he said, "Oh, it's not for trade." Okay, first of all, why is it in your binder then? Because the guy just came in. It wasn't like he was there for a while trading. He just walked into the shop. Like, because I'm at the front door, because I'm not in the tournament. So I'm at the front door just doing with people, and it's still like early in the day, and he just walks in. So he got trades. And first thing he says, "That's not for trade." Why is it in your binder then? If you don't have a theme going with your cover, like a couple of people, like I know, like Oja King 13, he has like a dual terminal Jama yellows in the front and back. Like, that's awesome. That's decorating his page. He's not going to trade them, unless he gets replacements for them. But no, I don't think everyone's going to go, "Oh, you got a whole page of Jama yellow. What do you want for one of them?" Unless they know it's Oja King 13. But he like really angry, like, "That's not for trade." Like, well, keep it in the back of the book. If you're trying to pimp out your front page, at least have a theme. You have 2 Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, and then you have like the Chaos King Archfiend. You have like a Thought Ruler. You have like nothing going on. So how do I know what's for trade and what's for not trade in your trade binder? Man, and I even pointed out like 3 times before I said, "What do you want for it?" I was like, "Oh, look at this Dark Magician Girl." My sister's like, "Oh, that's a really nice Dark Magician Girl." "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it." And then fan through everything else. "Okay, I see the Dark Magician Girl. That's not for trade." Relax, dude. It's freaking chill. So, yeah. I'm basically going to cut the video short. There's no reason to be assholes about trades. If you don't see anything you like in people's trade binder, just say, "I'm sorry, I didn't see anything." Maybe if you come back later, if you get something else new, come back to me. Or, "Here's what I'm looking for. If you can get me these cards, then we'll make a trade." That's a hell of a deal. People normally say, like, people have been saying to me, like, "What do you value this card at? What do you value that card at?" You know what? I don't know prices in my head. The only ones I really know is like the Treeborn Frog rare card I have is like a $3 card. That's the only one I knew, just because I eventually went back and looked how much it was. But I don't know how much like my Water Dragon card cost. I don't know how much my Pot of Avarice super rare cost. I don't know how much my Ultimate Rare Bro cost. Like, I don't know all those cards in my head. I'm sorry. I'm not a cash register. I'm not going to go, "Oh, that's $2.97. If you want the trade to go through, if you're liking what you're getting, if your trader is liking what they're getting, by all means, just trade and be happy. All right? Dendalus84, rate, comment, subscribe. Please just leave a comment. I'm interested to hear what you people think. Interested in what you people think. Thank you all. Goodbye.